Best for beginners, if you're new to Street Fighter 6, who may teach you the game the best? Who may teach you the game the best? Who, if you learn how to play this character, you'll be able to understand how the game itself is played. Are you okay? Means, yeah, you can play this character and you might learn like majority of how to play the game, but some things about this character might make them not okay. And then no is no. And then we have promotes brain rot. And I think we all know what that means. I think when we think of brain rot, you know, we have some characters that come to mind. Ryu? Thoughts on Ryu, guys? Here's my thing about Ryu. I don't think Ryu is bad. I think the people that play Ryu make him look terrible. Can I say that? I hope no one takes offense to that. But it is true. When you have Ryu players just doing Tatsu and neutral, like what are you going to say that that's Ryu? That's just the way that Ryu is being piloted. Best for beginners? I think I do. I think Ryu is good, right? Denjin charge, like it's not, Denjin charge is not degen. You gotta learn how to use it. You use fireballs, right? Part of 𝘍𝘠𝘪 game plan. Crouch medium kick drive rush. He is, you know, Street Fighter 6. He has that. He has what you need to play Street Fighter 6. Oki, yes. He also does a lot of damage too. Ryu has good damage. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put Ryu in best for beginners. Luke, I think I'll put Luke in the same category, best for beginners. I think I'll put Luke in the best for beginners category because I think he is good. I believe in Luke. Only thing about Luke is that he does have the charge motion things, you know, charge heavy knuckle, charge light knuckle. You can learn your Oki situations for Luke, and like that will translate to other characters. You can learn Oki, you learn how to DP, which is an essential skill. You have regular anti-airs. I think Luke is also best for beginners. Luke is more basic than my JP plan. Jaime is another one of those characters where I don't think it's a character. I think it's the player base. I think the way that Jaime gets played, it doesn't do Jaime much justice. I cannot lie. Also, the fact that Jaime has to give up Oki for drink, that doesn't really translate to any other characters. Like, do you have to sacrifice your Oki to get a charge of some sort? Maybe like Lily? Maybe Lily. Jaime's be annoying, but I think like Jaime is also a good character. Stand medium kick drive rush is very good. A lot of characters don't have that. But because of drink, I think I'm gonna put him right here. Are you okay? Oh yeah, stand heavy punch. I forgot about stand heavy punch. Yeah, Jaime's going right here. Stand heavy punch. When you're just mashing on stand heavy punch, like you're not really playing the game mashing on stand, and it breaks DI. Instead of learning how to react to DI, you can just mash out stand heavy punch and break DIs without even reacting to DIs. I forgot about that. Promotes brain rot / skippity. Should I put that? Skibbity. Chun-Li. Alright, being a Chun main myself, she has a lot of manually timed Oki. You don't think Chun is good, Sanji? Stance cancel, I understand stance cancel can kind of get in the way. You don't really have a good like neutral skip because Hazanchu's kind of trash. If you put yourself point blank, maybe medium Hazanchu is good, which I've been trying to use recently. No, in my opinion. All right. You guys are saying no? I'll put it right here. I think if you learn the game on Chun, I think you have a good understanding of how the game is played. But maybe like for beginners, yeah. Yeah, she might be a little bit difficult to use because of all the stance things. But like if you gotta sit there and practice that. If you sit there and practice it, you'll be straight. And I think you also gotta play a little bit more neutral because Hazanchu is really not the best. And you also gotta have anti-airs, which is down, and no one else has down anti-airs. I think you guys are right. I was gonna lean towards are you okay, but I think you guys are right. And she's also not like you can't really play Chun dumb. It took me 6 months to learn how to stance. Okay, no, okay. Guile? Don't even gotta tell me twice. There's no way. Boom and flash kick? Who does that translate to? Kimberly. I think Kimberly can promote skibbity because of run, which is like not safe. Like I feel like Jaime, if he does like skibbity stuff, he's gonna get punished for it. But I feel like Kimberly, because she kind of puts the mental stat kind of high on you. If you're new to the game, you kind of think she has infinites. When she does run into and she like goes back to you in the sky, when she goes straight back to you, like the dive kick thing, or she can fake it, like you don't know to anti-air that. Or like even when she does the cross up, you don't know what to do in that situation. Yeah, oppressive. Even mid screen, I think she can be oppressive. And Kimberly players, okay, this is about Kimberly players. They just be doing like round start slide. Now that's not Kimberly the character, that's Kimberly the player base. So I'm not gonna take that into consideration. Juri, I think Juri's a good character for beginners. Outside of level 2, but Juri can be played without level 2. She has a regular DP. She has manually timed Oki, which is like similar to Chun. I think she's just a good character. She has good normals. She can kind of like space you out and continue pressure. Her dive kick is trash, but I don't think you really need to know how to use dive kicks in order to play the game. Luke doesn't have a dive kick. Ryu doesn't have a dive kick. Chun doesn't have a dive kick. Guile doesn't. Guile just... I don't like Guile. Okay, anyway, back to Juri. I think she's very good for beginners. I think she also appeals to a lot of beginner players. I myself have never really... I messed around with Juri a little bit, but I've never really... The feat, she has low projectile. That is true. That is true, but I don't think it's enough to drop her down to Are You Okay? Because I think outside of her dive kick and her fireball game, like you can play neutral with this character. What is Juri's like real neutral skip? Does she even really have one? Her dash is the neutral skip or the drive rush. Like I don't think she's too... She can be played oppressive, but you gotta know how to play a little bit of nooch to be oppressive. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the projectile, if your opponent's like dashing to you, they'll get clipped by it. All right, Ken. I think Ken is also one of those characters you can kind of just pick up and play. Dragon Lash equals neutral skip. Does Ken teach you the game? I think he does. He has Oki, goes for Oki. He has throw loops. Crouch medium kick drive rush. I think he's good. He can skip neutral with Dragon Lash. I don't know if I said that. Genrai, if you know how to abuse Genrai. If you know how to think just a little bit, you can use Genrai. So I think Ken really does like teach you how to play the game. I think he can be oppressive, but I think he does teach you how to play the game. Her projectiles, I feel, are for pressure purposes. It's great for that, but other than that, her projectile is just a worse version of Terry's. But this is more so for beginners, right? People, you don't know this as a beginner. What are you doing as a beginner? You're doing like dash up throw. I feel like you don't really feel the effects of having a bad fireball until you're like higher up. AKA maybe like diamond-ish. Blanka? Do we put him in promote Skibidi, or can we defend his name a little bit? Skibidi? Promote Skibidi? Full screen ball. That's just the Blanka game plan, but I don't really think the Blanka game plan can like translate to anybody else. Maybe Honda, headbutt, butt slam, just perfect parry the ball. Easier said than done, by the way. Rainbow ball, full screen ball. I think Blanka-chan, I think if you know how to use Blanka-chan, like that's really cool. If you go straight to Blanka and you try to learn other characters, I think it might be kind of rough. Sim? How do we feel about Sim? Is Sim's... I don't think Sim is Skibidi, but I think he's also kind of Skibidi. You can definitely control the game, right? As Sim, you're kind of like Guile. You can control the game. Put him in no, because you have to know what you're doing. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you can kind of just mash. Okay, no. Okay, I'll put him in no. Dang, I'll put him in no. Honda? Don't even gotta tell me twice. Dee Jay? Where do I put Dee Jay? I feel like everyone is going to say promotes brain rot. You want him to be in Are You Okay with sway? Driver sway? Cause also Dee Jay can kind of just like sway just to sway in neutral. Also his knee, jump knee, it's a good button, but it can be anti-air, but it has a lot of active frames. I think sway. The thing about Dee Jay is just sway. I think he does promote Skibidi, but that's more so the player base. If I think of Zen, but then again, a lot of players are not playing like Zen. If you're learning this game, you're probably going to be Skibidi with Dee Jay. I don't know. I feel like you can be trash with Dee Jay and win. And if you trash with Jaime, you can also win, but not for the same reasons. Manon, I think I want to put Manon here or here. Maybe not the best for beginners. No, maybe not the best for beginners, but maybe like right here. Right, 5 medals. All you got to do is know how to command grab. Her Oki situation's kind of rough. Sweeps, but that's more so a Manon player-based thing. They kind of just throw out sweep just to throw out sweep. Yeah, but I think you can learn the game playing Manon. I think she teaches you like patience, how to be patient, how to deal with like Guile stuff or like JP stuff. I don't think she like teaches you how to play the game exactly, but I think she gives you a very good idea how to play the game. Marisa, I think she's good for beginners. Big damage, so you can kind of like afford to miss certain things, like certain whiff punishes, whatever. Sometimes you got to touch people twice and that's it. Manon really doesn't have that many like combo routes, I guess. Like Blanka too. They kind of have like really limited combo routes. JP? Nah, JP gotta go here, promote Skibidi. I'm sorry, Wolf Boy, I apologize. When you can do fireball into command grab fireball and it's like real Oki when it's spaced properly, I don't know how you can explain that to somebody. I object. I feel like you also have to know how to play. All you have to do is spam fireball spike and air spike. How hard is that? That's like Guile. Just knowing how to throw boom and flash kick. Like, you can get away with that as think about from a beginner perspective. You're not doing the crazy JP combos. You're just throwing out command grab fireball. You see as a command grab fireball, you just throw it out there because it just works. People walk into it. 𝘍𝘏. What's the difference between Manon and 𝘍𝘏? I think 𝘍𝘏 has really good normals. Manon also has good normals. When I'm fighting a Manon, I just don't get as scared as when I'm playing a 𝘍𝘏. I don't know what it is. I feel like 𝘍𝘏, like, maybe this might be the player base. Like, every time I see a 𝘍𝘏, I feel like a 𝘍𝘏 is free points, but I also have to, like, think about how to fight this character because I can get SPD'd at any time. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Manon, like, her command grab can kind of just whiff. Well, 𝘍𝘏, you have to be, like, super far for that thing to whiff. Also, Manon has medals. 𝘍𝘏 doesn't have medals. He just does SPD to you. 𝘍𝘏 promoted brain rot. But that's why I'm saying I think it's a player base. I think 𝘍𝘏 can go right here. I don't think he's terrible. Like, I don't think his playstyle can be super terrible. You can play 𝘍𝘏 and Manon, I feel like. So his skill, like, he can translate to Manon. But I think Manon, you have to be a little bit more strategic. I think people pick up 𝘍𝘏 and then they get 𝘍𝘏 brain. Yeah, I think I'm solid on this answer. Lily. How many times have you seen a Lily player play neutral? She just sits full screen into Condor's Spire or something? 0? She just charges and then neutral skip into guess. She sits full screen, does charge, does neutral skip, and then you have to guess between strike and command grab. No, I fought against Lily players in Master. I think I've only played one that like has neutral. Yo, I'm crying. Can her playstyle translate to any other characters? Cammy? I think Cammy is good for beginners. I think Cammy is good for beginners, but if you abuse Hooligan, like, you kind of trash. But I think her basic game plan is easy to grasp. 100%. Cammy is best for beginners. And she got that gat. Okay. Rashid? I don't think Rashid is good. I don't think he's skibbity. I don't think he promotes brain rot because you actually have to be kind of smart to play this character. I also think he has a super unique play style. His level 2, off of his level 2 alone, he's the only character that has that. Ed has something similar but not the same. Their level 2s are both used extremely differently. Ed can kind of use his level 2 like Rashid, but Rashid's level 2 just has more options. Rashid equals delete. I don't know. If you know how to fight Rashid, that's the thing. You gotta know when there's gaps, because Rashid players will have gaps. They will have gaps in their offense where you can actually press, like, outside of DP. And this character, you actually gotta play a little bit in neutral. Like, if you whiff in neutral, you're getting whiff punished. Forward medium punch is a good button. I don't know where to put this character. I want to put him between are you okay and no. He can, see, the thing with Rashid, you can fully charge fireball and then you can do light cyclone across the screen, but that's also reactable. Joey hits me with dive kick all the time when he sees me charging fireball. But does his playstyle translate to other characters? No. Do I think playing Rashid is easier than playing Chun? Chun has longer buttons, but I feel like Rashid just feels funner. Like, Rashid, I can kind of just, I feel like I have to think more when I play Chun, I can't lie. I think when people see Rashid on the screen, they're kind of just like, dang, like, I gotta fight this guy. So, like, I think you already kind of won at the character select screen. But I also don't think his playstyle is like Dee Jay or Blanka. I think you actually have to have a brain. I think I'm gonna put him right here. Are you okay? I think you can learn quite a bit playing Rashid. You charge, I spike. Exactly. Exactly. Put him in no? Why should I put him in no? If I could put one in the middle right here between both of them, that's where I would put Rashid. Aki? Aki players got no nooch. Aki has an OD Fireball Drive Rush. So I think because of that, she automatically gets taken out from right here. But Fireball Drive Rush is something that is a part of this game. But I think Aki's combos feel like weird to do too. Even her target combo being jab jab, like, it feels kind of weird. Like, you still gotta kind of time it. I don't think she promotes brain rot. You can DI whip. You can DI fireball. They just fly at me. Oh yeah, that is true. She does have a good neutral skip. But it's also minus on block. She can't press. You can always challenge right there. So I don't think she's skibbity because of that. But that is true, yeah. She can also, yeah. Maybe I'll put her in no. Zooks will kill you. I don't think she's skibbity. I don't. I don't think she's skibbity. I think you actually have to think while playing this character. I don't think you can kind of face roll on the controller and win as Aki. She can poison you, true, but poison, like, it will also wear off. And also, if you hit her once, the poison's gone. The only direct way she can put poison on you is from puddle. So you just, like, don't walk in the puddle. Or, like, if you have some sort of move that goes over puddle, like, you know, you can get around it. I don't think her playstyle really translates to anyone else. I know Chun players play Aki. I don't think these two really have anything in common, really. Her buttons are not, like, crazy. She doesn't have crush, medium kick, dry rush, which is, and yeah, I think she's good in no. If you were day 1 Manon and someone else was day 1 Aki, I think the Aki would hit master first. Ed? Mashin? That's why JP's skibbity. You can't really translate that playstyle to other people. Eds do be mashin though. And Snatcher. Snatcher is hello guess. I'm +4 by the way. Come on now. Who else can do that to you? He's definitely not for beginners. But I also hear Ed players say you have to think while using this character. But Ed players do be mashing though. Yeah, but I don't feel like his Fireball Drive Rush is super oppressive. Like Aki's Fireball Drive Rush is oppressive. He has target combos, so I guess that makes him a little bit easier. For beginners wise, like you have to understand how Oki works, yes. If he pulls you into that level 2, it's game over. True, but are beginners doing desyncs? I think Ed is cool. I don't think he's exactly beginner friendly, but I think he's like the next. He's in that next tier. Because you can expand, like you can learn a lot to play Ed and make him more optimized. You can develop a more optimized playstyle with Ed. But in the beginning, you don't have to be super like optimal. Akuma? I think Akuma goes here. I can't lie. I think Akuma is... I don't think he promotes a brain rot. Nah, because like he plays the game. He just has a lot of tools. I think he just has a lot of tools, but I think he plays the game the same, like he plays the game normally. If an Akuma does teleport, all you have to do is press anything. You can literally press anything. Outside of DI, I think you get grabbed out of DI. Teleport is kind of just a gimmick. Air Fireball, true, that can be, like, he's the only person I think that has, or only character that has an Air Fireball. But I think you can also lab your answer to Fireball. Teleport is the command grab. For now, Akuma is rotting my brain with... He's definitely oppressive. But Juri is also oppressive. Ken can also be oppressive. Marisa can also be oppressive, right? She breaks the... Oh, maybe she breaks DI with Gladius. I forgot about that. Her charge moves break DI. When Akuma first came out, people were hitting Diamond with... But these people are already playing... They were already playing the game. They just played a different character. Like, Akuma, Ken, Ryu, Luke... It's because you have so many tools, but I think you do learn the game. Like, you understand how to play Street Fighter 6 in playing this character. They just have a lot more, like, brain rot degen stuff that they do. Like, Bison Scissor Kick, I think Bison goes right here in one of these two. But I also think he's beginner friendly. But the reason why I say he's not... Bison can do Marisa damage. If there's a bomb on you, Bison can do Marisa damage. He also has... like what feels to be good neutral, right? Back heavy kick is plus on block, stand heavy punch is plus on block, but I also think it's not drive rush cancelable. Put Bison in beginners, you put Terry in Are You Okay? Okay, Bison easy for beginners. Just gotta know how to use bomb. Even with Bison, you don't even really have to anti-air. His anti-air, I have to disagree. Bison has double reverse, which can essentially nullify neutral play. That is true, but Akuma as Air Fireball and Demon Flip, but Akuma also kind of just plays the game normally. Cammy has Dive Kick. If you learn how to use Dive Kick efficiently, like, you can be oppressive, super oppressive. Marisa, you just gotta know how to block with this character, and then you have armor moves that just eat buttons. I think Marisa, like, offensively is for beginners, but I don't know about defensively. Maybe that's what it is, because her defense can kind of just, like, nullify certain, like, just... she can break DI. Her DP is kind of like the armor move, the one where she puts her hands up. I don't know what it's called. If we are ranking characters based off of how they would teach you to play neutral, then Bison and Akuma are not good picks. But at a beginner, how many beginners are playing Nooch? I think almost everyone in here that I've done a VOD review for, like, no one has really played Nooch. Some will stay hard stuck if they don't learn where other characters will let you get away with it due to neutral skips. That's why I have all these characters right here. I don't really think these playstyle... Maybe Kimberly can kind of connect with Cammy in a way. But I think all these playstyles like kind of don't translate well. I think if you play Bison, you can play Akuma. And if you can play Akuma, you can play Bison. And they're like completely different characters. I lost count how many times Akuma Masters I fought who did more demon flip. That's the thing. If you're getting hit with like that pseudo infinite, that jab demon flip, when he goes in the sky, you can actually anti-air him. True, he has good. See, that's why I'm saying it's good for beginners. Does he teach you neutral if he's just Cammy's the same way too. Hooligan, you can just do hooligan and kind of just like win. But I also think like her general game plan, like she has very good Oki situations, right? Her combos seem to be kind of easy to execute. Like Bison is kind of the same. You can do Devil's Reverse, but it's also anti-airable. As long as his hand is not out. Like if you didn't do it too late. Because I think Bison is like mad easy to play. There has to be a reason there's so many Bison players. Bison doesn't require you to learn neutral. That is true. He can just kind of spam scissors and people would think it's an infinite as a beginner. But where do I put Bison? We're on Bison, right? I think Bison is like easy for beginners. But does he promote? He does promote scissors use. He does promote Devil's Reverse. But like he has good buttons in neutral. He has 2 plus on block buttons. I think Bison should be here because he is easy to pick up and play. But he also should not be here because of Devil's Reverse and scissors. But also, if you understand how to deal with scissors, but then again, you're not a beginner, I guess, if you know how to deal with scissors off rip. I actually, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Because only reason I say that he will go here is because I was playing with somebody offline, right? They have 0 Street Fighter experience, and I was literally doing jab scissors, and he was getting pissed that I was doing jab scissors. Like he was getting upset. Jab scissors breaks DI. He was getting pissed that I was playing by. He thought that was a legit infinite that I was doing. I was just doing jab scissors in the corner, breaking DI. Every time he parry, I would just throw the parry. Yeah. That can be kind of scissors. I mean skibbity. Yeah, you can most definitely press after scissors. If you block it, if he's poorly spaced, you just do your 5-frame move, whatever that is. I don't know what the punish is. Joey might know what the punish is, but I don't know what the punish is. Okay, Terry. I think Terry is another one of those characters that comes down to put him in Are You Okay? I mean, that's what I'm leaning towards. Like, Burn Knuckle is not even really a good neutral skip because he requires skill. You can also learn the game on Terry. He has a DP, crouch medium kick drive rush. He has some target combos. Crack shoot is not plus on block, which I think is good. If we order all the characters, we're going to be sitting here for another hour. We are going to be sitting here for another hour. I think Terry can go right here. I think he can be good for beginners. But his fireball is also kind of trash. But his fireball, medium fireball, can also clash with regular fireball users. Burn Knuckle is not a true neutral skip, right? You can DI the heavy one if you once you see him put his hands in the air, you press DI. And then you get a free punish. Yes, he can space it to be plus, but I feel like it's kind of obvious to see. But then again, that's not like beginners. Beginners don't know this. They kind of just like walk forward, get slapped by Burn Knuckle. Which still happens at a higher level too. You can just like randomly walk forward, get slapped by Burn Knuckle. Yeah, he's not really hard to fight. He's just kind of like... But I think you can pick him up as a beginner and have a fun time. Like, Terry has some cool looking combos. Terry plays like a regular Shoto. I think Terry goes here. I think he's good for beginners. First crossover character in Street Fighter. So I think he kind of has to appeal to beginners, right? Capcom can't go to SNK and be like, you know what? Your character's trash. We're taking him out the game. Can't really do that either. I need to hit someone with Rising Fang. I think you can kind of play Terry without level 2 too, now that I think about it. I don't think JP is that brain rot. So you're admitting to him being brain rot.